Good morning. My name is Jen. Thank you for being here with me today. This is give me 10 minutes to wake up your spine. We're going to begin on our hands and knees in a tabletop position, shoulders over our wrist, hips over the knees, feet are hip width apart, and we're just going to drop the belly and gaze up, looking up, lengthening through the center line, tucking the tailbone, lifting the chest and heart, open the throat. Inhale, exhale, round the spine, pressing the mat away from you. Belly in, navel back in towards the spine as we round and press into the spine. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Big full inhale, tucking the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, belly in, round, chin to chest. And we're going to take a spinal balance. So we're going to straighten our left leg, the toes pointing down to the ground, and reach the right arm forward. Elbow up with the ear. Fingertips are reaching forward. The left palm is planted. Fingers are spread wide. Inhale here. Exhale. Elbow to knee. Round the spine. Chin to chest. Inhale. Reach. Lengthen. Extend. Find long lines of energy. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Belly in. Chin to chest. Round. Last one. Inhale. Reach. Lengthen. Extend. Exhale. Empty, and then reach the arm forward and the leg back and lower down. Release to lower. And then draw your awareness here to the other side. So you can sway your hips from side to side, checking in with the hips, with the low back, with the knees, whatever you need. And we're going to bring the left arm forward, looking up, right leg lifts, making a footprint. Fingers and toes spread wide. Inhale, exhale, empty. Inhale, reach, lengthen, extend. So really find the low back engaging here. Exhale, belly in, round. Really press that mat away. Inhale, one more, last time. Inhale, exhale, empty. Chin to chest, elbow to knee. And then one more time to reach and lift and lower down, release. So maybe swaying from side to side. Take some hip circles. You can send the shoulders forward. Tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Gently pedaling out the feet, bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. And we're going to hover forward in high plank, shoulders coming forward over the wrists, in front of the wrists. Inhale, exhale, belly in, lengthen through the center line. One more breath, puff up the space in between the shoulder blades, and then slowly lower all the way down to the mat. So you can drop down to the knees, or you can go from high plank to low plank. All right, elbows hug in by our sides, so we lower down chin, chest, and heart. Inhale, upward facing cobra. So extending the spine from the pelvis, out of the pelvis, lengthen through your center line. Draw your shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, belly in. Chin to chest, round the spine, send the hips back towards the feet like you're going to child's pose, or you could perhaps go all the way back into child's pose and then coming forward. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to bend the elbows. You can cross the feet here if you want. Lower down chin, chest, and heart. Elbows hug in by your sides. So hover the chest as you lift the heart and extend the spine upwards, really lengthening through the abdomen. So ankles can be crossed or uncrossed. Exhale, round. And then send the hips back towards the feet like you're going to go into child's pose. And you're welcome to keep the ankles crossed and the arms extended. And then we're going to come forward for our last round. But we're going to lower all the way down. So shoulders over the wrist, bend the elbows, slowly lower, hover, chin, chest, and heart. And then this time we're going to straighten the legs and lower the legs down, keeping the spine extended. So the torso is lifting off the mat. And we're going to bring our fingertips behind us as we keep the chest and heart lifting up. And then you can keep the feet on the mat or perhaps lift the legs up. Okay, so drawing your feet towards each other. It doesn't matter how high you lift, but we are grounding through the pelvis as we extend the spine upwards, nice and tall. Nice and tall. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, release and lower. We're going to press back to our child's pose. So we can open up the knees and feet wide, send the hips back in between the feet, forehead dropping down to the mat. Resting the shoulders just for a moment. We're going to press our way back up, hands and knees, tabletop. And you can cross the ankles if you want. Bring the shoulders forward, lower down, bend the elbows, chin, chest, and heart. And this time we're coming up for our full up dog. We're going to straighten the legs and begin to lift the legs off the mat. Extending the spine nice and tall. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Lift the legs. It's okay. The legs stay resting on the mat. This is intensifying. Exhale, roll over the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Gently pedaling out the feet here, bending one knee and straightening the opposite leg, maybe gazing underneath the opposite armpit. Fingers spread wide. We're going to shift the shoulders forward. Breathing a couple breaths in our high plank pose. Gazes forward, lift the hips, and we're going to bring the right knee, the right elbow, left knee, left elbow. Right knee, right elbow, climbers. Left knee, left elbow. We're going to go 5, 4, 3. Keep looking forward. 2, and 1. Child's pose or down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, or round the spine, send the hips all the way back towards the feet. Feet, forehead dropping down to the mat. So either one. Down dog or child's pose. We're going to step or float the feet forward. So stepping, jumping, or floating, bending the knees. Hover the knees down. Shift the shoulders forward. So we're floating into the palms, into the hands, bending the knees. We're going to jump or float up in a forward fold. Maybe gazing forward for a moment, extending the spine. And then exhale, you can hang in ragdoll. As much of a bend in the knees as you would like. The feet are hip width apart, so you can reach for opposite elbows and just really let the head hang and lengthen. Perhaps swaying from side to side. Releasing lower down. Inhale, find a tabletop back. A flat back for length. So we're extending through the crown of the head, sending our tailbone behind us. Flat back. Lengthen through the back side of the neck. This is our inhale. Exhale, we're going to bend the knees and come up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Reverse swan diving the arms, so reach them out by your sides and up and overhead, and take a slight mini back bend, sending the hips and pelvis forward, reaching the fingertips back, maybe gazing back. Really bring the elbows back as you send the hips and pelvis forward. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Flat back, tall spine. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Release the arms. We're going to reverse swan dive the arms up and overhead. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Leading with the chest. Release the fingertips. Inhale, tabletop back, flat back for length. Extend the spine, strengthening along the spine. Inhale. So inhale, exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step, hop, or float, high plank pose. Moving through a vinyasa or chaturanga, we call it. You can drop down to the knees, lower down chin, chest, and heart, or hover here. High plank goes into low plank, bending only the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. So engage and lift the legs off the mat, or let them rest. Lengthen through the center line. Exhale, downward facing dog, or child's pose. Get that nice opening in the armpits here, or walk your fingertips forward in child's pose. Same thing, opening in the armpits. Good for lymphatic drainage. Inhale, exhale, we shift the shoulders forward here just one more time. And we're gonna take climber. So we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down or drop down to the knees, elbows hug in. Inhale, upward facing or cobra pose. Exhale, down dog. Dropping down to the knees, forehead comes down to the mat, legs can open up wide, toes touch, or you could go into frog pose, flipping the feet out, opening up the knees and feet wide, sending the hips back, pelvis going back, forehead dropping down to the mat. The earth or a block, forehead would drop down, or plant the hands and make a little pillow out in front of you. Relaxing and melting the upper body, the neck and shoulder region. And keep breathing. Full deep inhale through the nose, expanding in the belly. Exhale, emptying it all back out. Letting something go. Arriving fully present on your mat. In this moment, in this now moment. Arrive fully. And we do that utilizing the breath. The breath of light. So we're going to take rest down on our mat. You could choose to lay down on the belly and take rest here if you wanted to, if you feel like you need some extra grounding today. Or we're going to just cross the ankles and roll onto our backs. Hugging our knee to our chest first. Gently rocking from side to side. So keeping our sitting bones on the mat. The base of the spine is lowered down. It tends to want to lift up here. If you're a little tight, so try to consciously lower that down. And then draw some half circle shapes with the knees. Half circle shapes. And they can be as small or as big as you would like, as you want. And we're going to take one happy baby, opening up the knees and feet wide, making a footprint towards the sky. Any kind of bind. You can bind your ankles, your peace fingers with the big toe. You can bind your whole foot. Or taking a reverse straddle here, trying to straighten the legs a little bit more, keeping the feet and knees open wide. So we're bending the elbows and we're pulling the feet with the elbows with our strong arms, bending the elbows, just like a wide-legged forward fold, straddle. We take that bind with the ankles, we bend the elbows and we pull ourselves down, just in the opposite way. Bringing the knees back to center. We're gonna take an optional spinal twist, taking cactus arms, dropping the knees to one side, gazing in the opposite direction. You could cross the leg, finding eagle legs in your spinal twist. In your resting, restorative spinal twist, detoxifying twist. And other side. You can plant the feet, lifting the hips and pelvis up, dropping that left hip bone down, crossing the feet or ankles if you want to, gazing in the opposite direction. So we're gazing away from the knees. Big full inhale through the nose, through the nostrils. Emptying it all back out. You can take the audible exhalation out of the mouth, or emptying it all out through the nose. Belly in, fully emptying, releasing.